everyone, and welcome back to the Tarot Tanvi. And I am Tanvi, and these are my tarot cards. So I'm gonna pull two cards at the end of this video. One would be which would signify your current energies, or and what you can do to change your energies today if anything needs to be done. So let's get into that towards the end of the session. So what I want to focus on today is a question that I've been asked many times, and that is like, how do you suddenly read tarot cards? Who taught you? Did you take up a course or not? And the answer is no. I have never learned tarot formally. I've never really had any formal training in learning how tarot cards work. And I'll tell you the reason why. I think the first time I picked up tarot cards was when I was 12 years old. And that was just like, and I did not really even have a deck of cards. I would just read cards online because I've always had anxiety, and so I always wanted to know what's going to happen in my future, and I was very curious about astrology and numerology, palmistry, and all sorts of divination tools that could give you sort of like a peek into your present energies and a peek into your future. So I started reading just out of fear, just out of my anxiety, but like later on, when I bought a deck of cards, the first thing that I did was I did not follow any rules. And I suggest people do not follow specific rules when it comes to reading cards. Because yes, every card has a textbook meaning, and you have like specific story behind every card. But at the same time, what is more important than that story is your intuition. So what you really need to work on is how you train your intuition. And why I point out here is because this is the third eye chakra in your chakra system. And this is connected to your heart chakra. And your heart chakra and your third eye chakra, these are the centers and the source of your intuition. Now you would say like, okay, I'm not a tarot reader, so I don't need to train my intuition. I would say no. Everybody still needs to have a strong intuition. And I'll tell you the reason why. When we have a strong intuition or an open third eye chakra, what we do is we begin to trust more. For example, so many of us are, we work in jobs just for the sake of earning money because, oh my God, this is what everyone does and this is what has to be done. And sadly, so many people remain in toxic relationships because they fear that what would happen if they leave a person who's not making them happy. So for them, being alone and trying to figure out a life for themselves is much more scary than being in a relationship or in a job that's not making them happy. So many of us avoid taking risks, and we now have tools to do risk analysis, be it for our businesses and for our jobs. But then you cannot. There cannot be really a risk analysis when it comes to following your passion. How can a career counselor, for example, or how can an astrologer tell you to be an influencer or tell you to create a business out of something that nobody has ever created? The thing is that you don't really need to learn tarot in a similar way. When you train your intuition, every card that comes up, what's more important from the textbook definition is what you feel when you look at that card. That's how I follow tarot readings, and that's how I read cards. Not to have specific rules and regulations, by firstly following your intuition, and then of course there's additional information in the rule books. So the top card, is actually very beautiful. It's the Nine of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles, which just went now. And the Queen of Pentacles. And the bottom deck energy is the Emperor. So The Nine of Pentacles actually signifies a person who's very independent and financially secure and stable, and so is the Queen of Pentacles. So the Queen of Pentacles is also a person that's like, it gives a feeling that, of feeling very stable and happy in your energy. The Emperor, like the word says, Emperor, is actually the Emperor. So this is a card that signifies that standing in your power, like knowing who you are, knowing your worth, and finally getting what you deserve. So I would say, like, today, this is like a possible energy that would surround you. The Nine of Pentacles, that a lot of financial stability, you would finally feel that, okay, yes, I can do the things that I have not been wanting to do because I did not want to spend money on me, on my self-care, on myself, and because I feel a lot stable now after I don't know, a lot of hardship is what I'm getting in my head. Again, my intuition. So the Emperor also signifies like, okay, finally, I'm going to put my foot down. I'm going to spend money for myself. I'm going to take care of me. I'm going to be there for me. And I'm just going to make me happy. So this will be your energy today. And I hope that this was helpful, and see you again next time. Bye-bye.